What's going on, world? This is the young man Nuke, and you're here with another live special episode of FRESHH Radio, where we bring you family, revolution, edutainment, spirituality, health, and hip-hop all in one show. And today I have author Myunique Green in the building to speak with us about her new book, To Mend the Broken Heart. Myunique, you out there, speak to the people.
Hey.
That's what's up. Myunique, tell the people about who you are, where you from, and sprinkle on them a little bit about this book.
All right. So, I am from Houston, Texas. H-Town, hold it down. A little bit about me. I've been writing for 6 years, going on 7 years. I started in school, independently published my first novel, and because a lot of people told me I couldn't do it, so I did it anyways, and I kind of rose to the bestsellers list from there. True. I mean, I teach. I'm a teacher. I teach primary K through 5, but really, that's about it. And then To Mend a Broken Heart. To Mend a Broken Heart is my personal narrative, a personal story about myself, a lot of the girls that turned into broken women.
Okay. That's what's up. So, before we delve a little bit too much into this book, I wanna jump back to what you said. You said you were a teacher. What made you get into teaching?
What got me into teaching?
Yeah.
It was really, teaching kind of came to me because it was like I graduated from college, and I graduated with an English degree. And I was like, oh, everybody was like, what are you going to do with an English degree? I was like, oh, I don't know. So I was like, okay, well, why don't you go and try teaching? And I did it. I was subbing for a while, and I've landed a long-term assignment teaching 4th grade. And then after that, I kind of just stuck with it. Like, I kind of fell in love with it. You know, was the kids, they're a handful, but at the same time, I learned as much from them as they do for me.
That's what's up. That English degree, I bet you that helps you with your writing a lot, too. I wish I got my English degree.
Oh,
my
yeah,
English teacher told me I needed
me a lot of material.
Yeah, my English teacher told me I needed Jesus to pass her class. Like, real talk. So, shout out to my English teacher. I can't remember her name because it's not important anymore. So, about this, To Mend a Broken Heart, you said it comes from a personal narrative. Like, how personal does it get?
Oh, it gets really personal. I've had people that said it's real and it's raw. So,
Okay.
It talks about 3 different kinds of abuse. It talks about narcissistic abuse, sexual abuse, and domestic abuse. So,
okay.
It kind of hits those three topics very strongly.
That's what's up. Did it, like, how were you feeling in the process of writing this book, To Mend a Broken Heart? Like you said, it came from a place of, you said people say it was raw, so it had to come from that raw place. So how were you really feeling? Like, what inspired that raw to come out?
Well, you know what? I had just packed around so many different emotions and so much hurt and so much pain and anger about how my life was going. Like, it was like a bag of rocks that I was just carrying around with me everywhere. And so for the most part of me writing that book, it was I cried. I was crying, because it was just so much that I had going on, and when it became an extension of me. It became an extension of myself, and that's how I knew that I was doing the right thing. I knew that this is what I was supposed to be doing, because it was just coming from such an emotional place, and so it was a good place. I wasn't writing it because I was angry with anybody or, anything like that. It was just me doing it for myself.
Now, did you feel like it was a stress reliever? Did like it get something off your chest after you wrote it?
Yes, like when I finished, I think when I put the final touches on it, and sitting down, I was like, wow, man, like I did it. Like I finally did it, because I've been saying I wanted to do it for a while, and at the end of it, I was just like, oh, it was just so much peace. I had peace and understanding really set down on my spirit really well, and it was great. It was great.
That's what's up. No, more power to you. More power to you. We'll have to get a copy out to some of the readers, man. I'm going to post a link so they can get them a copy of it to Mend the Broken Heart so they can check this out. I know I probably want to check it out, too. Not even that I probably want to check it out. No, I want to check it out. Give a copy to my wife so we can read it and see what you're talking about. Because, I like how you are expressing yourself and you're being honest, and not honest, but you are being honest, but you're being open about what you were going through during this process. So, I have a feeling that translates into the writing in the book as well. I usually ask all my guests a few questions before they come on the show. One of the questions I asked you got to talking about mental illness in the Black community. And I want you just to elaborate on that a little bit. Like, how do you feel about mental illness in the Black community? And not even just how do you feel about it. Like, what is mental illness in the Black community? What does that mean to you? Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna be honest. I got some mental illnesses. I really do, and I can go on and with a list. But a lot of people don't even like to be told that they're wrong. So it's important, I feel, to define what that not only means to you, but just define it so that it can be diagnosed, if you will.
Okay, so I think largely for the most part, mental illness in the Black community, I feel like it is so dismissed. It's a taboo kind of thing, and I talk about that in Mend the Broken Heart about when you are suffering and from depression or from whatever it is you're going through, and you need somebody to talk to, and it's like they don't really. If you go to some of the older ones, it's dismissed as like a lack of faith. You just need to have a little bit more faith. You need to pray a little bit harder. But at the same time, it's like you're really going through stuff, and depression is real, and my message has been, to just find somebody to talk to that can understand and you can confide in and relate to, because if not, if you're holding all of this stuff in, it's not going to make your situation any better. It's only going to make it worse, because it's trying to hold everything in, thinking that it's really going to making you stronger, is really just the opposite. That's showing a sign of weakness. By holding it in, you're actually making yourself weaker than you would be if you were to be open about it and you were to express yourself to people, because the amount of strength that you have in order to even talk about it, is going to just be a testament to yourself to say, okay, I've had enough of this, and I'm ready to move forward. So mental illness, to me, what is defined as to me is, something that can hinder you from moving forward. And it can take any form. Really, it can be in the form of a person. A person can make you mentally ill. A situation, So You know, just like you would go to the doctor to, you know, check up on yourself if you wasn't feeling well. You know, you can go, you know, it's just something that it can be remedied, I should say. It can be remedied.
Right. It can be remedied. Like, a lot of people, I will say this, my mom used to tell me I needed to go to the therapist when I was little. And not that I didn't want to go to the therapist, because she said I just had a lot of pent-up frustration that I need to talk to somebody too. I didn't understand that. And at the end of the day, you know, I learned how to have my own outlets. You know, I write myself and I record, so I look at that as a form of
therapy.
Yeah, a form of therapy, legit. Like, it's definitely a form of legit therapy. It helps me to get out of my mind, really. And not only can I get out of my mind, I'm also able to express it in a positive way. I'm not being destructive with it, and that I think that goes a long way. You know, I know one thing that you touched on, which it holds a place close to me is when you said about depression. I know I've been I've been battling with depression for better half a decade. You know what I mean? And I ain't even gonna hold you up. It's not always what they portray on TV. You don't gotta be moping around and not sleeping, and man, people be smiling in your face and be the saddest people in the world, you know, like for real. So, you know, it's worth noting that one, depression is a form of mental illness, and two, it is real, and three, it affects a lot of people in the Black community, and it's not something that should go without being talked about, you know. So you said that you talked about depression in your book, To Mend a Broken Heart. Like, so like, what are your honest thoughts about depression, and like how you feel people should see it as a disease or an illness, if you will?
Yeah, just how you said it. You know, that it is a real thing, and it affects so many people, and really just knowing you have to recognize the sign, depression, you know, because just as you said, you know, that you can be, depression doesn't look like how they show it, you know, how they portray it, because you can be depressed and really not even really knowing you're depressed, but you have these moments in your life where you just kind of you just don't feel right, you know, and you can't explain it to anybody, or, you know, you can experience random outbursts, or, you know, just different kind of anxieties and things like that about things that you normally wouldn't feel anxious about, or you wouldn't feel sad about, you know, and you have to, you know, recognize those little telltale signs, and then, you know, go talk to someone, you know, or you know, another sign is isolation. You know, if you just feel the need, like, you know, for a couple days at a time, that you just don't want to be around anybody. You know, isolation is is kind of one of the big ones, you know. So, yeah.
Yeah, I feel what you're saying. It's also, you have to pinpoint what you have to pinpoint what the root cause is, but you also got to pinpoint some of the symptoms and the side effects. That way, you know, you'll be more aware of. Well, and the person also has to be more aware of who they are, you know, because people walk around here like zombies these days, man. They don't even understand, man. They could be depressed and think that's just the natural state of being, you know what I mean? Like I said, they think that you have to walk around here looking like a certain type of way, but, you know, actions speak louder than words. So, you know, that's dope. That's dope. Like all the things you've been through in your life, what's like the three most that you can move forward with and teach and share with the audience?
Well, I want to say my first thing is, for me, is I had to learn to accept the things that I could not change. That was the biggest, one of the biggest lessons that I had to learn is that, I am running around and just having all kinds of anxiety about things that are completely out of my control. Like I can't control weather. Just simple things. You cannot control it. You have to learn to accept it. You accept it for what it is. You can't control the actions of other people, but you can control your own actions. So how you're going to respond to a situation, because a person only has the power over you that you give them. So if you take your power back, that's going to, help you to move forward. The second thing for me is that, I had to deepen my relationship with my Creator, and realizing that as long as I'm drawn close to Him, that He's going to draw close to me, and that's something, again, that I can control. I can control my relationship. If I don't want a relationship with Him, then I'm not going to have one. You know what I'm saying? And my third thing would be, what would my third thing be? It's positivity. Be just learning how to be positive and learn how to look at the glass as half full and not half empty. Even if everything in me is kind of negative, or because depression is an ongoing battle for me as well. But I know that if I choose to be positive and not let the actions of other people upset me or ruin my vibes and my spirit, then I know that I can remain sane, and I can continue to go. I can continue to move forward. It's like if I don't have negativity in my heart.
Yes. Negativity, because niggas, man, they make us act a certain type of way, man. And niggas is black, white, Mexican, it don't matter, man. I ran into some people the other day that were so ignorant, it made me want to ooh it. It really did. And so just being around positive people and making positive choices and eating positive food and having positive thoughts, that leads to a beautiful life. It truly does. I want to talk more about your authorism, if that's even a word. I'll just make another point right here on Fresh Radio. How is To Mend a Broken Heart like your first outing as an author, or like do you have other books?
Yes, I have. I will have 15 other books. 15 other books. But this is my second nonfiction book. So my other 14, they have been fiction, mystery, thriller, suspense, and romance and things like that. But this is only my second nonfiction book. And this one is like my most personal, and I didn't expect the response that it has gotten so far. So it's like it's still kind of new to me, because with my first book, I was on the bestseller list, but I don't know. Like I was on the bestseller list. I've been a best-selling author, but with this one it's just something completely different, because this one has gone like international. So I for the first time I was on the international bestseller list, so that was something that was a super big deal for me.
Right. So, okay, with that being the case, you got like 14, 15, 16 books out of there, and this one going international, but you already been a bestseller nationally. Like, where would you place this book? Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure out of your collection, I got like hundreds of songs, but you can't tell me I got a favorite. I can't tell you, but I love performing certain ones on the stage. You know, like, so like, from a business perspective, it sounds like this might be your most successful book. But is it your best work? Do you feel this is your best work?
Okay. I want to say that it's my best work. You know, I want to say that just because, you know, like I said earlier, it came from a place of love and, you know, emotion. But at the same time, you know, because I wrote predominantly fiction books, you know, and I like making up stories. I think from my own personal view, I would put some of my other stories in front of this one. Just because I know, you know, that I when I was done with those, so I was like, man, that was like a legitimate good story. I like that story. I like doing the research for that story, you know. But this one, you know, this one did not take any work, you know, because I had already lived it. And so it was just me putting how I was feeling into words, you know.
Yeah.
Which made it one of the more easier, I should say, one of the easiest.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah. So to judge it on a success level and like a, you know, just like a personal perspective kind of level, it's different. It's different because it is the most successful. It's the most successful. But like how I feel about it, you know, it's different.
Right. Yeah. No, I dig it because like it's funny. It's funny. I'm a dope. I don't even like to toot my own horn. I really don't. But I'm a super dope recording artist. I don't even like to call myself a rapper because I'm an artist, you know. And I can put together the most immaculate songs ever. Articulate, you know, way better than I talk, you know. And those be the songs that nobody likes at all. But the moment I say something about like booty shake or shoot a nigga or sell some drugs, smoke a blunt, that's so popping. I mean, I'm thinking like it's so dumb, you know, but whatever. I guess, you know, it's that artistic integrity, you know, at least for me, you know, but
right.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like when I did this one. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. It's all you.
Oh, okay. When I put this one out, you know, there's always that anxiety of, you know, are they going to like it or, you know, but you know, when I went ahead and pushed through it. You know, and I'm thinking like, you know, there's hundreds of thousands of these stories out there, millions of these kind of stories. You know, this one is just going to fall under the wayside. You know, and then you know, I woke up the next day and I was like, oh wait, what? Like, okay,
right,
I'll take it.
And you can't do nothing but because you know, at the end of the day, when you become I don't want to say an entertainer, but definitely when you become a public figure, you don't really have control over what they like. You know, like they either like it or they don't. And the crazy part about it is if they don't like it, it truly affects your pocket. Like you know, so like yeah, like so you're not trying to fall into that. Okay, but when you do something that is definitely not what you normally do, and they like it, and you're like, wow, okay, yeah,
right? I was but okay.
Right, and what you can, and you just move forward and keep going, you know. And I won't say you attempt to duplicate the success, because we all want that success to always. We don't want a failure, put it that way. We just always want to keep going bigger and bigger and bigger. But like at the end of the day, you know, it's a gauge on how much are you willing to lose of yourself to please the people who support you.
Right.
But, you know, that's neither here nor there. We talking philosophy right now. We got to get back into this book to mend the broken heart. And so all these things that we've talked about during these 30 minutes, we have not talked about where can we go get this book. Please tell them where we can get this book at.
Oh, okay. So the book is available on Amazon and BarnesandNoble.com. It's also available directly through my website, MyuniqueGreen.com, MyUnique Green, like the color, .com. And when you order from me, when you order directly from my website, I send out my copies, autographs already, and there's a section for you to let me know if you want me to write it to you, or if there's a personal note, if you want to gift it to someone. I leave personal notes and all of that inside of those for you. So it makes a great gift. So that's if you order from MyUniqueGreen.com. But other than that, the book is available in all of the e-stores. The only place that it is not available is the iTunes store, which I'm working on. For it to be available through iTunes, or iBooks. Yeah. For it to be available.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So it's everywhere but iTunes where you can go get books.
Yeah. Anywhere but Apple. For now.
But you definitely got to go to myuniquegreen.com to go get your autograph book, right?
Yes. And
okay.
I love the autograph book, so, you know, if you want an autograph, if you want it signed by me, then just order it, myuniquegreen.com. Let me know what you want me to put in it, what you want me to put in it, and then I will get that right on out to you.
All right, that's what's up. Definitely, y'all go grab a copy, maybe grab 2 copies, go send one to somebody, and listen to Myunique's unique story about how she's overcome her depression, and she wants to definitely spread her message to the younger generation to follow on. Matter of fact, speaking of the younger generation, you want to give a shout out to someone and the younger generation, some words of wisdom from your experience?
Well, I'm going to shout out to my friend China, one of my best friends, who has been so great since I met her. She helped me a lot too along this path that I'm on. And just for everybody, it sounds so cliche, but it's like the truth. Like, you just don't give up. Like, just don't stop just because things are not going the way that you think they should be going now. You know, just because you're in your head, you should be somewhere else, you know, doing something that matters. You know, it's just, if it's not your time right now, it's not your time. But pretty soon it will be your time, but you cannot give up. You cannot stop right now. You can't stop in a funk. Like, you just don't do it. You know, you got to keep going. And learn to accept the things that you can't change. As long as you're in control of yourself, then you are in control of everything that's going to be happening around you. Choose your friends wisely. Choose, you know, even family. Choose who you hang out with family-wise, because, you know, they can really get you messed too. So, you know, stay in control of yourself.
Right. Stay in control and never lose focus. That's what's up. I appreciate that. I'm pretty sure that the listeners appreciate that. Well, we have reached the end of today's session on Fresh Radio. I appreciate my guest, Myunique Green, coming through, sharing her story and her book. I'm definitely gonna let the audience listen to. I'm gonna share the links to the audience so that they can definitely get a copy of. And yeah, definitely, I appreciate you sliding through FRESHH Radio. And is there anything else you want to close out before we say peace?
Okay.
That's what's up. That's what's up, my man. Myunique, you have a wonderful day, and everybody out there, man, y'all be tuned to more coming up for FRESHH Radio and the young man Nuke, man. Y'all be smooth. Peace.